What if I told you that by taking out the trash, you might just experience a small miracle in your life? I'm Joshua, founder of Teach Us and author of the new book, Take Out the Trash. I'm reading this book called Small Miracles today, and it's a story that tells about how sometimes thinking, if it's addressed in a clean environment, if you're willing to clean the environment, may end up creating a small miracle in your life. So, whether you're a student, elementary, middle, high school, or college, whether you're a teacher or professor, or someone simply starting a new journey, maybe you're an athlete starting a new season, or just starting a different chapter in your life, I encourage you to take out the trash. Address your thinking, believe in yourself, but also clean the environment around you. You never know what you may find. So, in the book, Small Miracles, there's a lady named Judith who answers the call to a position in the paper that's become available. And despite not having the credentials or the experience, she knows she can do the job, she really wants the job, and so she calls. She lands an interview and ultimately gets the job. The first day on the job, folks are like, wow, you're Helen's replacement? Boy, do you have big shoes to fill. She was here for many years. She was very successful. She was very talented. She's a legend around the office. Are you sure you're up for the challenge? One by one, folks came by and said similar things to her. By the end of the day, she'd become discouraged. She called a friend. She had started to get into that negative self talk and said, friend, I don't think I can do this. I think I'm going to quit. I think I need to do it before they find out who I really am. And her friend immediately said, what happened to the Judith that I know? You've always believed in yourself. You've always taken a situation and handled it. And whatever you didn't have, you figured out how to get it so that you could be successful. You got this. With that inspiration, she addressed her negative self talk and the stinking thinking. She said, I guess I'll give it a try. No sooner than that, someone else walked into the office. They said, Helen, your predecessor, she was great. She was a 9 out of 10, if you will, but one thing and one area she lacked was she wasn't as organized as she could be. And so you see the piles of paper on the desk and in the office. How about you spend a day cleaning out the office? Well, ladies and gentlemen, she soon discovered a piece of paper that caught her attention because the paper said Judith on it. And in one instant, it had her current last name. And another instant, it had Judith with a different last name, one that was Judith's family last name. And so she said, wow, who is this person? I'm kind of confused about who this person is. And said, oh, that's Helen's predecessor. Ladies and gentlemen, that word association, that name association was just what Judith needed to stay encouraged. In her mind, it was God talking to her, saying, you're right where you need to be. A small miracle in Judith's life. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever journey that you're on, clean out that area. Take out the trash. You never know what lessons that you can recycle, what can be thrown away to make your environment better, but also the power of positive thinking and getting rid of and cleaning out that negative self talk. So, as you start this new school year, student, teacher, professor, new employee somewhere, or athlete, whatever the case may be, I challenge you to take out the trash. Do those things that you know you're not so excited to do, but if you do them, they may create a small miracle in your life. I'm Joshua, founder of Teach Us and author of the new book, Take Out the Trash. Take out the trash and have a successful new school year and new chapter in your life. Have a great day.